What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you guys with another review. Today I have probably one of my most anticipated figures of the year, and it is not even an official. This is Tonsen Arttoys 03A Adolescent Malevolent, or Kid Buu, and Tamashii Nations owed this villain for quite some time. I hope they hit it, and hopefully it's better than this. But with the accessories and the head sculpts we get with what Tonsen provided, I think they have a hard time, or will have a hard time, on matching this. So the outside of the box, you can see it's a clear clamshell package with a image of the Buu that is actually a figure image of him posed. Side, we have a posed image here. You have all your accessories showing off articulation. Here we have custom Tonsen Arttoys. Well, that is it for the packaging. Now let me show off something I didn't get with the trunks. We have a shipper, Arttoys shipper. He actually provides us with all his figures. Both my trunks boxes were destroyed. They were shipped by AliExpress. I will surprise wholesale toys. I'll have to check. I'll have a link in that video so you guys can check. But they discarded the shipper, and it resulted in those boxes getting damaged before they arrived to me. Not highly concerned about that, but just so you guys know, this was from OmniMe, and I just got it in. So let's get this guy open, and I'll be right back. So here is our Kid Buu out of the packaging, and I'm going to say right now it looks excellent. Paint details, face sculpt, all look great. I think the biggest issue is Tonsen's approach to leg articulation here, which you can see in stuff like this, where it gets a little unsightly. So he attempted to do his own like 3.0 style design, and here it's riding on that piece of plastic. Might chip, but it does hide some of the typical knee gaps, but you do have stuff like that as a gap on the side. Regardless, overall looks great. Unlike the trunks, I noticed this toe joint on him is incredibly loose. So even just setting him on the ground, let's see if I can get this in video. See how it pops up? And I'll show you. Didn't do it that time. But just trying to get him to stand, it was so loose, it was just popping it right up. You can see there isn't any resistance in there at all. So head sculpt, here we have just a stern face. Some slight paint imperfections on the back. Look over the other 5 faces, so 6 faces in total we get. Here he's sleeping and drooling on himself. Teeth gritting. Extremely, or this is teeth gritting. This is more like a small yell, but we'll see what happens when Buu really gets pissed off. And that's this guy. It did come with a extra pair of hands that fell out as I opened it up. Another cool thing, we have this body, which this head would go with it. So what we do here is you pull body off, I would think. There we go. Head seems a little tight. I would be careful. And then you have your boo. Arms on this guy. And I'll go over articulation, or if you can hear that. Incredibly tight. There, it pegged. So that's a cool feature. Then, hands we get. Looks like the... Oh no, those are pointing. These are slightly... They almost look identical. Almost. Fingers out. Thumb tucked. Pointing. Energy attack. Energy ball holding. And then there's like the energy with the peg here. And then I'll pull this one out. It's not a typical hand. It is Boo flipping the bird. So let's see how these energy attack looks. Long hand. Incredibly tight, guys. I thought I had the right hand to begin with, and I did. I thought I'm scared to even move that peg right now. I don't know if you guys heard that on video, but it is so incredibly tight. It's hard, so tight it's hard to even plug effects in. So there we have him standing holding his effect. And you can plug these in. To it as well. I want to get that to spin on the peg, but I cannot. But that's your energy effect. Now that's everything Boo comes with. So let's go over articulation and pray I do not break this guy from simply making this video, because again, incredibly tight joints. So anything I feel as though is going to be too tight, I'm going to try to avoid going over too much. Let's try to work these arms a little looser. So head, again, possibly something that could have you use for an extension. You can see it seems to sit a little low. You can pick it up a little bit, it looks a little better. But head articulation, great. Tucks chin down in the chest, looks up decently well. You do get side to side, rotates. Arms come out to slightly above a T-pose. He does have a butterfly joint, but it doesn't seem to get very much articulation in there. They will freely rotate 360. Not doing that with this one. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that is tight, and the wrist peg is not like a standard Tamashii wrist peg. Let me pull the hand off and show you. It is just a dumbbell joint, so double ball peg on both sides. That's how we get the articulation out of the hand. It will freely rotate 360 with some additional oomph. Diaphragm here moves side to side very well. Front not so far. Back decently well. Get the camera to focus. And then he does have a ab crunch outside the diaphragm, and it gets a ridiculous amount of articulation and isn't too tight. Look at those bends out of the waist. It is insane how much articulation that gets there. It doesn't look like there's any room for it to move at those pieces, but it gets great, absolutely great movement. Legs cannot kick out to the side fully. Slightly under 90. Back right around 90. So you do get the thigh swivel. It cannot rotate fully 360 because you can see this piece here will block it on both sides. Blocks there. Blocks in the front here. Knee is a single joint, but it goes to 90 degrees. Well, one does. This one I needed to force just to get there. Oh, there we go. We hit 90. And problem is it's actually hitting right here on this piece of plastic. No boot cut. Decent ankle articulation with the rocker. Up and back, not so much. Show you how much this actually goes. And it only goes to a 90 degree standing. Doesn't go any further forward. Tilts up just slightly forward. 90 degree with the ankle. and then floppy toe hinges. So this is our Kid Boo, and the figure overall looks great. Biggest concerns, again, I've already saw posts where people broke this. I haven't saw that happen with Trunks. I have saw numerous Kid Boo figure pictures of broken joints. I think it was mostly in the arms, so beware of that. And again, I don't think you're going to break this joint because of how large it is. So up here in the arms, if you have, so this noise you hear, that's plastic on plastic at the ball joint, where it's not enough gap for it to be able to turn. Sorry about that, guys. It is 4:05 in the morning and my wife just woke up. Yeah, I'm a early bird today. But I swapped the head out for you guys so you can see this yelling head. It is excellent. But again, tight joints. I've saw images tight joints until you want things to stay together, and they don't. But I've saw images of numerous of these broken. So use caution when turning your joints. Apply shock oil or heat up if they're frozen, so you can get them to move. And overall rating, I am going to go with a 7.5 out of 10. Packaging, 9 out of 10. Accessories, 10 out of 10. Articulation is going to be a 6.5 out of 10. Single joint knees, hardly any ankle articulation, very loose toe hinge, articulation that makes it look unsightly at the hip, is how I want to put it. And then again, you don't, there it went 90, but it's difficult to get the pose, and then you can't articulate something if it's broken or too tight. And this arm, if I don't do something about it with this plastic grinding you hear, that would 100% break on me. And you guys, if you have the same issue. So be very careful doing that stuff. These pegs seem to be a little tight. Might want to shock oil these up, but I'm definitely going to try to apply some shock oil down into there because it needs it bad. Even this one is a little tight. But that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. And if you like my content, subscribe to the channel. If you find yourself watching videos as I release them, hit that notification bell and be notified when I release, so you can stay caught up with all of my action figure review videos or card pack opening and whatever else I get into on this channel. Haven't hit gaming yet. Plan to do that. Maybe I'll do that with Sparkling Zero for PlayStation 5. I have it pre-ordered and gonna get an early release, but I will see you guys in the next video. Later.
I'm up on the 9 block where the gamers flock. Action figures and collectibles, we're the top stock. Marvel, DC, but DBZ is the main squeeze. Magic the Gathering, bringing you the ease. Card packs opening, reviews so tight. D9 Dice Gaming under the bright light. 9 block, the channel you gotta see. Gaming and collectibles, we're the key. So hit that subscribe, join the crew. 9 block gaming, we're coming through. Action figures, card games, we do it all on 9 block channel. We stand tall.